Tickety-tock, tickety-tock. Here comes the screen. And greetings, gang. Can you all hear me? See me? Smell me? Whatever. All right. Looking to see. There we go. 5x5, Adam, Prep Rebel, Farm Ranch, VG, Healthy Disrespect. Okay. We're trying something different tonight, guys. See if we can fix the audio issue that we had the last couple of weeks. I'm going old school, if you will. Okay. Right there. It's a little microphone. So plugged in. I'm wired here. So hopefully it works a little better. If this is, I mean, $160 microphone isn't going to work. So I'll use the old wired one and see if that works. The only thing I can think of that is possibly the cause to that, either it's somehow streaming into my computer somehow isn't making a good connection. Because it's the exact same microphone I use to record every video, which of course, when I record the videos on the regular videos, I'm recording those on my phone. So it's the same microphone that's plugged into my phone. And those we don't seem to have any problems with. So let's hope this works. So that was it. All right. So, yes, I do pay attention. Yes, I do try to solve problems. I got a kick out of it. Mrs. P and I were testing this today, see if it to work right. And so I went on the Revenge of Pinball channel, which I've still got, but I haven't put anything up there in 3 years. It was a backup to the backup, right? And so we put a live stream up for like 15 seconds just to see if it worked right. There were like 5 people that showed up all of a sudden. It's like, hey, you're here. It's like, no, this is just a test. We're out of here. Goodbye. Jeez, guys. Okay. So that was that. But Solar, do not tell me I'm hoping you're kidding when you say breaking up really bad, because you're the only one that's saying that. Now, see now, all right, now I'm seeing a couple other 5x5s, and I'm not seeing anybody else complain. So, yeah, please don't give me the thing is breaking up, because crap. Somebody's buffer. All right, the buffering I can't do anything about. Mike is breaking up. It's not my computer. The computer's breaking up. And Mrs. P is watching. No, because I can't. If I change the mics, it won't work at all. That's the problem. It's got to be StreamYard. I mean, because this is a different connection to the computer, and the computer is, like I said, I mean, I've had this computer for maybe, so I know it's not the computer. It breaks up the faster I talk. Okay, all right. I don't know. We tested this thing today. Mustard's live stream had the same problem with StreamYard. All right. Maybe next time I will try to not do it on StreamYard. We may get stuck with a vertical deal. And I were looking at that today. We think YouTube has finally fixed that problem that we had that went to StreamYard in the first place. But because we got the giveaway tonight, you need to do this with the with StreamYard. That's the prep references have the same sound as StreamYard. So talk to my best Southern drawl. No, that ain't gonna happen. I'm not AOC or Kamala Harris. I don't fake accents. All right, we're gonna for tonight. We have no choice, guys. And I mean, honestly, we just may if you guys are having a hard time hearing me, may do the drawing, and that may be the end of the live stream because it's not worth doing it if you guys can't understand me. You know what I mean? So, uh, yeah. P. Hot says there's been a lot of interference with atmospherics and other. Yeah, if worse comes to worse, I'll go back to doing it on my phone, and if it's going to turn out to be vertical, then it's going to be vertical. But that's what it is. I'll include the one coming back to Saturday. There's no plans in the work to come back on Saturday. So again, I I do not see that in the future. So all right, well, let's kind of do some of the other stuff. In case you guys didn't see today, the India Pakistan conflict has kind of heated up a little bit. I guess India lobbed a few missiles at Pakistan, apparently killed a small child. And then Pakistan is claiming they shot down a couple of Indian fighter jets, yet India is claiming that there were no fighter jets in Pakistani airspace. So we don't know. All right, guys, you don't have to tell me any more about the audio. We're done with that. You guys, we're done. No more comments on the audio. I got it. 500 comments made already. We got the point across that this isn't working either. So we'll try something different next week. But it is what it is. So we'll do it. Other than that, I don't know if anybody's paying attention to pick something, the stock market, the gold market, the Bitcoin market, or whatever. I mean, stock market was down at 4 o'clock. Market closed. Stock market was down almost 400. Was down almost 400 points. Gold was up like $80. Bitcoin was down, I think, like $600 or something like that. After the market closed, the White House announced that there's a trade meeting this week with Scott Bessent and the Chinese Minister of Trade to discuss the trade tariff. So the market did a complete flip. Dow futures are up, gold is down, Bitcoin bounced back. So people said, okay, if the tariff thing is done, we go back to risk assets. And this is what I was saying on yesterday's video. It's funny, I read a story this afternoon about Peter Schiff, okay, who's a huge gold bug, Schiff Gold and everything like that. He's a salesman, right? Yeah, like, oh, Bitcoin is such a joke and everything like that. You shouldn't be investing in Bitcoin. You shouldn't be investing in the stock market. You should only be investing in gold. I'm like, okay, you're a salesman because you want. Obviously, he's trying to sell gold, so he's going to be ready to buy gold. That makes sense. Okay. When he starts saying everything else is nothing, I look in the last 24 hours, or I mean, not even the last 4 hours. Okay. During the day today, gold was up, stock market and Bitcoin were down. Oh, okay. This is what I said buy gold. So aftermarket happened. Gold is down, stock market and Bitcoin are up. No, this is why you diversify. This is what I've talked about numerous times about you have a little bit of gold, a little bit of silver. If you want a little bit of Bitcoin, get that. Maybe you've got some stocks, maybe you've got some CDs, mutual funds. You have a little bit of everything so you can find out. It drives me nuts when these people are one trick. They're like, you need to have everything you have in gold, or you need to have everything you have in Bitcoin, or whatever it is. I'm like, you're freaking nuts. If you don't have the investable assets, then everything you should have is in your house. I'll give you that because that's at least something that you're getting benefit out of. But I will just say this, the guys were saying buy puts on the market yesterday. Oops. guess that ain't going to work out so well for you. You know, the 0.5%, the market that you talked about, you certainly lost money for the time value. And if the market bounces, you're more. Unless you know what you're doing, don't even play that game. Unless you're a day trader, stomach that, not going to happen. All right, let us do this giveaway here real quick. I talked to Alex over at yesterday, and they have a sale going on of the AFERY P310. I posted this in the charity board yesterday. This is their whole house generator, the main generator that's expandable. The difference between this and the system I have is the system I have will do two. The AFERY will only do 120. Okay? So this, when you go, oh, how much they're different. Every one of them's got different guys. It's normally $18.99. Their sale is at $12.99. For us, only through the link that I put, there's a Pinball Preparedness coupon code on the end of it. Okay, you can get it for that's 30 cents a watt hour, guys. This is a big generator, 3,600 watt generator, big one. That's cheap. So if you're looking at taking advantage of that sale, which will run through the month of May, I put the link in the description under the live stream here. It's also on the computer, but I know a whole lot of people don't. So, but the link is under the description. If you're in the market for a generator, that is a great price, good generator. Again, it does not do 240. If I remember correctly, it does not have a 30 plug on it. But if you're looking for something that's going to run the lights, run your, I don't know, pick something else, you know, the freezer, the fridge, etc., the coffee pot, a few of these things at the same time together. Yeah, there you go. So you're good. That's a good one for people in apartments where you can put this in the kitchen and you can run your refrigerator, you can run your freezer, you can turn lights on or whatever it is. That's a good setup for something like that. Just giving you that. But we are giving one of those away. Obviously, because I did not do a video review on there, there was no put a comment below a video. So I figured that we will. No, I did not. Okay, yeah, got it. All right. So I figured we'll do this like we do the Christmas contest, and we'll do it with a trivia question. So I'm going to ask a trivia question. Whoever gets the answer right first on my computer, and again, I don't know if, you know, I look right here, for example, comments, I see Carl Lynn, Salt Mist Cottage, Healthy Disrespect Report. The last three, now Jacqueline Preston. I don't know if it's the same order on your computer. I get it. Guess it probably is, but I trust YouTube as far as I can go. So, whoever comes up with the correct answer on my computer will win the AFERY 310. They need to send me their address. I'll get it to Alex. He will get that out this week. So, if you guys are ready, and I want to wait here about. Nobody make comments right now. Reason being, remember, you got a 90 second out or 90 second slow mode here. I want to make a chance. If anybody's making comments like Christopher and Dara, I'm not waiting another 90 seconds, or Don Quest, I'm not waiting another 90 seconds because you guys are eliminating yourself from winning the contest. You realize. When I ask the question, you got to wait 90 seconds. Something. So. Okay, are we ready? Should be enough. Here is the question. First one to answer wins. You have to have both parts of the question. A couple of weeks ago, I named the 2 tomato varieties that I planted this year. You need to give me the correct variety. say cherry tomatoes and beefsteak. It's going to be something like, and these aren't the answers, big boy and black crumb or something like that. No, it's got to be the variety. So that's it. Big boy and cherry. No, nothing like that. Got to be the variety. One person was close. Oops. You got to bear with me because I've got to go through these. And with all you guys doing it at the same time, it takes a little bit. Oh, that one was close. Shot to the bottom again. Sorry. It might be there. I got to read each one of these. Read both of them. Oh man, there's three of them that are really close. Four of them that are really close. Five. There's another one that's really close. Man, guys, determinants. No, so close, so close. Oh, somebody got. There's a lot of you that have one of them right. There's one person that got the second one right, got the first one. Nope. Ah, I hate when this thing shoots to the bottom. All right, there's somebody for sure that has it. Now I just got to make sure somebody's already got the answer for sure. I just got to make sure there's somebody else that has to go before it. Okay. And I got to go back up higher here. Make sure that, yeah, see, there's somebody else that was even higher. So there's a lot of you guys that all of a sudden got it. I just want to make sure I find the first person. Look close. Hang on. I got to read each one, guys. That's all it is. There it is. No, okay. This is the first person that had them both right. Lynn Elzinga. It was the mortgage lifter and the black plum tomato. A bunch of you guys were saying Thomas paste, black cherry. It's a black trum. So Lynn Elzinga, you are the one that had it first. That is what it was. Mortgage lifters. Yeah, looking at two of them. It said mortgage lifter. black cherry. I was like, oh, you're so close. A lot of you guys have black trim. So yes, it was a mortgage lifter and a black plum. So Lynn, what I need you to do is email me your name, your physical mailing address, and your phone number. I will get that over to Alex at AFERY, and they will send you a. She is here. Send you a AFERY P310. Congratulations on that. Okay. Is the sound working? It's still crap. All right. All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, I have everything to set up to do this again. Let's see. Hang on. I'm gonna try something. If I lose you guys, this is going to be the end. Let's see if I can. All right. I'm going to try disconnecting this microphone and see if we can just go through the computer, see if I can do that. If I lose you guys, that'll be the end of the session. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can you hear me, honey? I'm waving my hand. Can you hear me? Hear me. Honey, can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Okay. All right. Yes, we can hear you. All right. Good. We're going to right through the microphone on the computer. So direct in there, no microphone at all. So let's see if that works. You guys can hear me, then we'll continue. All right. So give me 5x5s if this is good for everybody. We'll kind of look through this. Let me get back over. Yes, I see. Yes, yes. You're in the steam room. Of course, she can hear you. She's got it on her phone, Bates, you moron. I'm going to go to Massachusetts and smack the shit out of you. All right. I see a bunch of 5x5s. Yes. All right. Well, if this is the way we'll do it, that's it. I'll just do it to the computer, internal microphone there. If uh, if that's working well, okay. Everybody says so much better. Yes, good. Uh, yeah, Sacred saying it's StreamYard, not my microphone. That's what it is. All right, all right. We'll continue on with this one. Okay, and I gotta guess it's StreamYard because if it's not a wired microphone, if it's not a wireless microphone, if it's not the internal microphone, it's not. It's not me. God. So, all right, we'll just keep going. Seems better when I'm leaning forward. Yeah, if I go like this, the sound is the best. All right, yeah. Well, maybe Kevin, maybe that's okay. Sing with better, but not perfect. I don't know what to do next. Maybe. Right, yeah. Maybe next time I'll go back and see if I can do it on the phone again, and we'll do it that way. Because until YouTube made that one only vertical, that worked really well for a few years. Played around with it today, and it looked like they changed it. But okay, so let's get into some Q&A. And as usual, if you have questions for me, please put them in all caps. And that way, it's just find everything on the screen. If you guys want to communicate amongst yourselves, obviously, please do that in lowercase. I'm certainly there. Certainly support that. It gets me frustrated now. It's like I feel sweaty. But as per normal, the only rule on the channel is to be polite, be respectful of everybody else. If you're going to be rude, if you're going to be an ass, I'll toss you. Uh, and I mean, that's normal. I don't care if it's here. I don't care if it's in the comments under videos. I go read comments, but I can read all of them anymore. But I'm tossing people like crazy, especially the couple of porn bots that we have that like to get at the beginning of every video first thing in the morning. Oh, your videos are so enlightening. Delete, report, and go. I have no patience for that, guys. And some people, oh, it's my right to free speech. Fine. Yeah, my right to give you the consequences of your free speech. You can say it. I can delete it. That's it. So, all right. So let's get to Q&A here. And it shouldn't be too far. All right. So we uh, Sherry, Florida boss girl. How bad do I think this summer is going to get regarding the recession? And I know so many people say, "Oh, we're already in a recession." You can say that all you want, but the definition of a recession is 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP. Now, the quarter that we just reported, we had a negative 0.3% GDP. That would be the first one. So we are not in a recession yet. That number, depending on how they're spinning it, but we do know that it was affected by a whole bunch of dumping product in the United States before the tariffs took effect. So that did affect it. The more important number is going to be what we see for next quarter. We're not even going to do that for 3 months, which means beginning of August. Then we're at so if you're asking how bad do I think it's going to be regarding paying prices, higher prices, or inflation, I kind of talked about a little this morning is some of the market manipulation going on because of these tariffs is extremely frustrating. You know exactly what it is. Like I was talking about, the pork. Well, bought out. I mean, Smithfield. If you see stuff in your store, pork. It's a Chinese company now. Uh, so they're messing around with that. I mean, even though the pork here leaves the United States, and they're going to add the tariffs because the the farmers grew, raised everything with the expectation that they were going to sell it to China. And now, if China's not going to buy it, they've got all the stuff that's left over that they've got to get rid of somewhere, which would usually drive prices down. But except you get into the commodities market and talking about corn or pork bellies or something like that on the commodities market, they don't want to see the commodities market crash. So they're artificially inflating these prices by charging us the extra prices that the tariffs would have brought in, and it's just making everything a mess. That one's a complete mess right now. And the reason I put the video out is because somebody told me a couple of weeks ago, I guess they drive a limo or something in Washington, D.C., one of you guys, and said he has heard politicians about my video. Whether I believe him or not, I'll take him for his word. Okay? But if that's true, then I want somebody watch that video. I want them to know, hey, you noticed this. So we'll say, I don't know. I'm not even pretending I've got any sort of cold or anything like that. But if that's true, and there's somebody in a position of power who watches my videos, at least it puts a bug in their head. Hey, we're not snowing the entire country. Uh, Jenny, whatever took my peaches is messing with my live shows. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out and start cleaning off some of the peaches. My peaches are all the size of already. There, I know when they start getting a little bigger, they're gonna weigh down the tree. So I gotta clean it up a little bit. One of you guys had given me the idea of putting like, support underneath, which is a good idea, except that there's so many branches on the tree. Some of them are 20 feet up. I'm not gonna have, look like I'm building Some of the lower branches I can support, but the higher ones. Uh, Okie Forge. Have I tried turning my phone sideways so the video is not vertical? Why didn't I ever think of it? Yes, my phone is always sideways, but the problem is when you do it, it says you need to reorient your phone, and there was apparently a huge glitch. You guys remember doing that so much back last fall, and finally we just said, "Oh, it didn't go to StreamYard," but now StreamYard's screwing up. And I played with the phone today, and there's now a added icon on the YouTube deal on the phone, so I make it back that way. The only thing I like StreamYard for is drawing, where I've got the random comic picker up. I can just display that screen. But if you can't hear me, StreamYard can kiss my ass. I'm sorry. Well, you don't pay us or whatever service. Service sucks. Why would I pay you? There's the point. Patty G. Is it good to plant before or after a good easy rain? This is the funny part, and you'll hear answers to both sides. Personally, I'm going to say it doesn't matter. I've done both. Soil is easier to move after the rain, and you don't have to water, but because you're not digging into the dry soil, so it's easier to get soil moved around. You'll hear people, "Oh, you don't want to plant before a rain because then you're risking, the moisture on the leaves, and that'll cause damage." That is the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard with these people. Oh, you're gonna ruin your plants. You're gonna kill your plants because the water acts as a magnifying glass for the sunlight, and it's gonna burn the plants. The only way you should ever water is soaker hose, drip lines right down to the roots. Don't give me that crap. The stupidest thing I've ever heard. Drip line. Because you know what? It rains on your plants. You know what? You ever driven past a farm and see how farmers water? It's overhead. Okay. The only advantage I will say is you don't have as much evaporation with drip lines as you do with overhead watering. But that's it. You're not going to hurt your plants. Planting before or after, I don't see any benefit to do it either way. It's like whatever's working. If you're going to go out and plant at 10 o'clock, who cares? Rains at 12 o'clock. Get it planted ahead of time. Fine. Either way, the soil is going to be moist, and you are going to get the roots to be able to establish. And there are probably a dozen people that a dozen reasons they want to disagree with, and that's fine. Okay? But don't listen to don't believe the BS sales pitches that a lot of these people try to make to you. Why you have to buy this? No, you don't. Okay. Trust me. I don't know, 20 centuries since Christ was born, drip line really didn't exist. They grew vegetables. Wagers. Maybe we all need to learn sign language. That would be useful. Yes. However, depending on who the adversary is, okay. You talk about sign language, we all know it's American sign language. Kind of forgets the A part of ASL. Because if you want to speak to somebody in German, sign language isn't the same as it is here in the States. I think it would be. That would kind of make sense. But then we all speak the same language too. So that's the reason. But in an SHTF situation, what you're going to wind up having is your own set, your tribe, your group, your mag, whatever you want to call it, your own set of answers to communicate, because you don't want somebody else to understand what you're saying. And if everybody knew American Sign Language and your adversary is the next neighborhood over, they know it too, you might as well just say, hey, Joe, we plan on going over the hill at 6. I get your point, but the sign language, you have to have your own. Okay? It's like, why did, go back to the war, remember the code talkers, if you will. Why did they do that? Why were the Indians so good at code talking? Nobody ever figured what was the Cherokee they were using or whatever. There weren't any Nazis in Cherokee, so it worked really well. Last Boy Scout. Do you have a view on also buying platinum given its price discount to gold? I don't have any problem buying platinum, or palladium, or anything like that. Copper, copper, no, I wouldn't. I mean, I've got a little copper. I've got 250 coins of copper. It's like $100. That's all I have. The reason is I don't price it because I've got 250 coins or whatever it is that are worth $300. It, the amount of space it takes for the amount of value it holds is worth it. Copper's not $100 a pound. Whatever, copper's what, $5 a pound. So yeah, palladium, platinum, sure. If you want to play this, the only thing is they're not as well received. You're not going to be able to, in an SHTF situation, you're not going to be able to spend it like you do gold or silver. Everybody's familiar with gold or silver. Okay. They know the name platinum. You're going to see silver. Oh, that's silver. No, it's platinum. No, it's silver. Or regular times, sure. To play the precious metals market to save, protect your wealth, sure. But as an SHTF prep, no. There we go. And now we scroll up. Do 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 do. We find out where are we. Hang on. Okay, close. James McKay, do I plan to put a camera on my peach trees? No. I plan on hoping it doesn't. When I see they're ready to pick, I hope I can go. Remember last time it was like on Sunday. I'm like, oh yeah, those are about ready to pick. And then Monday it rained. Tuesday they were. So when I think they're ready to pick, I'm just going to get them. We got some last week. Angry Taco, do I have a plan on the mystery disappearance of fruit for my trees? Hopefully it doesn't happen. I don't know. Out on guard when they're about ready. Have an AR-15 with me. It's like, okay, any crow or any Bigfoot gets around me, and so I don't know. Word 5,000. Is the food and goods shortage going to be as bad as they are warning? Again, like I said in the video the other day, 10,000 people cross the street at 3rd and Main. It never makes the news until somebody gets hit by a car there. Oh my God, it's the most dangerous intersection in the country. Okay? Bad news sells. Gloom and doom sells. This is what the media tries to push on you. This is what a lot of YouTubers try to push on you or any social media. Oh my God, this is going to be terrible. The end of the world is nigh. We're not going to make it past Friday. Climate change. The polar ice caps are melting. The oceans will be underwater. Right? They're just trying to do something. Okay. Yet. Is the food and goods shortage going to be as bad? We don't know. I mean, that all changed at 5:00 this afternoon when the White House said that they're meeting with China. Trump announced earlier today that he's got a huge announcement that he's going to make sometime either Thursday, Friday, or Monday before he heads out to Saudi Arabia. We don't know what that is. Maybe we signed a deal with Canada. Maybe we signed a deal with Japan or whatever. We don't know. But all these people that are claiming There's going to be no food on the grocery stores. Walmart's going out of business. You know, shortages. Huh? Prices go. Yeah. Okay. Do you have enough put back in your preps? Enough food that what we all planned for in the first place? Oh my God, there's no food in the grocery store. Here, I've got 2 years plus in my house. Oh my God, I can't buy a new bathing suit. Can't buy a new pair of jeans. I don't care. I've got a whole bunch in the house anyway, already ready. This is it. When everybody worries about all these shortage talks or we're going to be out of this, that if you're concerned about that, that's telling you where you have a hole in your preps. Oh my God, what are we going to do, honey? We can't get eggs. And have an answer, powdered eggs or frozen eggs or whatever you got. We're not going to be able to get underwear. Okay, go to the store and buy a couple of packs of underwear. Throw it in the closet. If you're worried about something like that, it's going to happen this summer, then that tells you right now what you need to go get right now before it becomes a problem. That's what it's all about. Solving the problem before it becomes one. You think it's going to happen. If you think it's a possibility, go solve it. I mean, now, I think that the grid going down can be a problem. Solve that. I think there is a potential sometime, maybe in my life, that we have some sort of nuclear something go on, whether it's here or whether it's in India. I've got potassium iodide and masks and mop suits, stuff like that, just in case. I've got everything set up to seal off an area, including a bathroom, where we can go. All right. I hope I never have to use it, but I'm ready if I do. Okay. The sealing off the room part isn't hard if you get duct tape pre-cut. You're good. Okay. Uh, Susan M. I saw the EcoFlow River Boost 1200 at Costco for 280. Honestly, I trust me. I don't have everyone committed to memory. I mean, when a company says, "Hey, this is the price on it," I go look. An EcoFlow River Boost. I've never heard of that. Look, and let's just see if EcoFlow River. Let's see. Uh, okay, I don't see anything even called a River Boost. So, what you're saying if you're saying it's 1,200 watts for 280 bucks, that would be an incredible price. Because even the one today, the AFERY, that's about the cheapest at 30 cents a watt. 30 cents a watt would at a 1,200 watt would save 100 bucks. Usually we're in the 50-cent area. So if it's a generator for $280, that's cheap as crap. Roxanne Strong, how do I make the holes in my landscape fabric? Had mentioned earlier when before we went, and I think they said they use cardboard because they don't want plastics. I got no problem putting cardboard in there. I mean, I've used that as weed barrier. You can use it on top, cut holes in a knife, no big deal. But the reasoning was they didn't want the microplastics in the garden, and I totally get that. But what you need to understand is there's two different kinds of landscape fabric. One is polyvinyl, which you do not want, and one is polypropylene. That is the one if you're going to use the landscape fabrics. You want to make sure it's polypropylene because that one you will not get the microplastics in there. It doesn't come down like that. But how you cut that is I've got a little butane torch. I mean, a blow, but it's a little one, what, 6 inches high or whatever it is. It's got a little push button on it. I just fill it with stuff you fill a Zippo. Yeah. Just cut a hole. That's the way you want to do it. You want to cut that with a flame, not with scissors, because it's a mesh. So it'll go together like this. If you cut it with a knife, strands are going to start pulling and separating. It's a weave. And if you burn it, you will fuse them, melt them together, and won't tear apart. So, but get yourself a little torch. Don't try to do it with a lighter or something like that. I know there's plenty of people that have all these great things, weed burners and coffee cans in the fire pit stuff. I tried that. It was more trouble than it was worth. And it was for me just to get on my knees and go zip, 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 zip. Well, okay, I did what we do like 200 years of plants, and I probably cut 200 holes in half an hour. It's a big deal. Ron Simmons, thoughts on the U.S. Army birthday celebrations? Well, we'll say this after the Supreme Court ruling, transgender people there. It's good. When I need non-straight people, we don't need mentally ill people in the military. There's an interesting story I can tell you about basic training, but it ain't exactly for the way one guy got out of the Army. He didn't want to. Fat Baby's outdoor cooking. My opinion on what will happen a couple of times already today. So I hope signing some of these deals, but I mean, I agree with Trump on the reason he's doing it. Just a matter of whether or not the other countries play ball. But China's economy is in such shambles right now. The Chinese can't play chicken too much because their economy collapse. Don Stackpole, India and Pakistan are definitely going at each other in Kashmir. Yes, we talked about that at the top. The only interesting part about this one, and this could be a very short conflict because Pakistan came out sometime last week and said that they only had munitions to last about 3 days. Kind of like Germany, okay, because Pakistan was selling all their military equipment to Ukraine. So Pakistan doesn't have munition, doesn't have rockets, missiles. They sold it all to Ukraine. And it would be a very short war. Which the scary part about that is if this goes on any longer, Pakistan, we got no other choice but to sit there and push the button. I'm saying that, hoping this was just, all right, we're going to do this symbolically, you do that symbolically. Okay, fine. We both do it. And, Blackjack, how come this thing happens through my live stream? My daily streams for 5x5. As I said, I record all the videos. The live stream, obviously, I need to be on the computer. There's no way I can read all your comments on the phone at the same time as trying, I'm 59 years old. It's not like the eyes are perfect. I've got the comment section here, the chat room, 140% of the screen, so I can see it. But you want to have these things, I need to be able to read your comment. Vicky Savage, recession, depression, I lost my job. Yes, that's old joke, but very. Crochet, you got to love it. What variety of June-bearing strawberries do I grow? Today I ordered June-bearing bare root plants. The variety is Jewel. Honestly, I don't know. Because the strawberries that we have, one of y'all 4 or 5 years ago sent me 5 strawberry plants. And so we planted them. And so now the entire strawberry patch is all descendants of those 5 strawberry strawberry plants that one of y'all sent us. So I don't know what variety it is, but we've already been harvesting and eating them. I mean, this is usually our June bearings come in late May. I mean, we had the first few strawberries red, not even red, that we were eating at the end of April. So uh, we should be harvesting strawberries like crazy couple of weeks. Von Mousetrap. Mr. P, are the Dems using the Maryland man story as a red herring? If so, any ideas as to what? Oh, the thing is, this, the Democrats have nothing to stand on, okay? And so right now, and this will probably last for a couple more years until we get closer to 2028. Right now, the only thing they have going for them is to be anti-Trump. So anything Trump does, they're against. It doesn't matter. If Trump came out and cured cancer, they'd vote against it. It doesn't make, I mean, they were trying to appoint the new state's attorney in the DC district there. And all of a sudden, what was it, Tom Tillis, who, for all intents and purposes, no, he's not going to do it. So he's going to let Bose potentially appoint the judge. They had the crypto bill, and all the Democrats wanted so bad. Hey, you know what? That's a good idea. Now the Democrats are like, oh, we don't want it anymore. I mean, it doesn't. There, I mean, the guy's what? Twice there were. His wife requested restraining orders against him. He's one human trafficking. He's an illegal, but these are the people that Democrats are going to put their flag in the ground and go, this is who we stand for. I mean, you got to be pretty stupid to be a liberal in the first place. But even the least stupid of the liberals are going, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So what their plan is, whatever does, they're against. That's it. And it's just going to bite them in the butt, which is fine with me. Hey, come on, because James McCrockett is the future of the Democrat Party, remember? And AOC's candidate for president. I'm like, you keep doing that, and my grandkids will never see another Democrat in the White House, and I'd be fine with that too. Silicon Valley CA. Good evening, Pinball. Can you put weeds in your compost pile? Absolutely. I put everything in my compost pile. I don't care what it is. I mean, people say, "Oh, you shouldn't put your potato plants in a compost pile." Why? Oh, you're going to spread disease possibly into your compost pile. That's why it's a compost pile. Okay? You're supposed to heat it up, turn it up, and everything like that. Kill all that stuff. I try to not put stuff that's going to seed in there, but I mean, right now it's dandelion season. You guys have dandelions out there, little white puffy dandelions. Those are all the seeds spreading around. Guess what? Those blow into my compost pile. When I cut the grass, I cut them down. They suck into the yard sweeper. They go in my compost pile. I put them in. The idea is, I honestly think on the forest floor, the trees are going, oh my God, oak tree, don't grow there. There were weeds that decomposed there. That's no. What you're trying to do with compost is somewhat mimic nature, and if it's organic, compost it. Considering in East Tennessee where I am, weeds are your lawn. Okay, if you got grass in your lawn, you're lucky. Pretty much it's I don't know, dandelions and plantain and God knows morning glories. Like that is so my entire account, all my grass clippings are weed clipping. Kathy Carper, hi Pinball, North Atlanta Metro newbie gardener. Well, there you go. Good job. Glad you got started. I just received Yukon Gold Seed potatoes. They are largely golf balls. Suggestions as how to proceed. Bowling was planned for a cardboard box. Okay. If they're golf ball size, maybe even a little bigger, look to see how many eyes you have on it. and you can cut a potato, a seed potato here, as long as you leave, I'd say at least 2 eyes on each piece, okay? Some people say 3, some people say, "Oh, you only do need 1, but they're better for odds." Let's say you've got a potato that's got 4 eyes. Cut it in between, so there's 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. Then leave those cut potatoes on your counter for about a week, because what you need that to do is literally to scab over where you just cut it, okay? So it'll get black. That's fine. Do that. If you go plant it after you cut it, it's gonna rot. You need to keep it in a dry area. Just put it on the kitchen counter, let it scab over, takes about a week, good, and then go plant them. So, and again, remember what I've told you before, large seed potatoes will give you a lot of small harvesting potatoes. Small seed potatoes, which is what you're trying to get here, will give you fewer larger potatoes. And if you're growing Yukon Golds, I'm guessing you want bigger potatoes. Yes, you want smaller seed potato pieces. I hope that made sense. No, you weren't. Sorry, never tried doing a video on a phone. No, I'm just giving you shit. No problem. God's prepared warrior. I'm late. Did I talk to you next? At the top, and then we did 10 minutes ago. 6:30. No, we actually made it through an hour. Birch Spring, June bearing strawberries are producing big time right now at North Carolina location. We view this as an indicator that summer temps are likely to be changing plans to get only peppers July. I'll tell you this: the summer's going to be extreme. That's going to be a change of what we got. It's been cold here lately. I mean, highs are in the low 60s. Recipe, I got to go out and clean the garage. Now the planting season's over. I can get rid of all the gardening stuff and put that away for the year. But I usually like to get out and do things. Sun comes up, I get my video up. You guys see it 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and I get outside and I'm doing stuff. 7 o'clock, 30, coffee with me, and I'm good. It's supposed to be 51 degrees tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Damn, I like wearing shorts. I don't feel like being out in jeans. So, yeah, we're going to have extreme. I don't know if it's going to be extreme cold. Who knows? But we'll see. But yeah, my team bearing strawberries are produced already. Country Hills Network, how's Daphne doing? She's both Daphne and Copper are doing fine. Mrs. B is out with them right now. It's pitch black. I gotta go out this time. I guarantee you Daphne's chasing a ball out there. Hopefully she'll go jump in a pond again. That's the other thing. She thinks she's part Labrador Retriever. Vicky Savage, Code Talkers were using Navajo. Thank you. I couldn't remember which one it was. But yes, you're right. Shade mustard. Have I ever had to use shade covers for my garden? When I lived in Vegas, yes, we did. Out here, I don't need them. For the simple reason is you guys have seen my yard. I've got plenty of trees. I've positioned my garden where they get sunlight, but they get 6 to 8 hours, and then they start getting shaded. So, I don't have like a Nebraska cornfield where there's no trees. You're just getting beat on for 10 hours a day. But I planned that. I did plan where my gardens are based on going out and mapping for one summer where the sun was for a time of the month. Let's see. Hey, Suze, you got to make some dandelion wine or jelly with those, or grow anyway. Actually, Mrs. Mountaintop Prep makes a dandelion tincture. Comes Linda Bob getting close to good night time. Good night, Pinball, Mr. P, moderators, and everyone else. See y'all next Tuesday. God bless everyone. Yeah. That being said, guys, yes, we will have a live stream next Tuesday, which is what, the 13th. We will not have a live stream on May 20th. Know why we're not going to have a live stream on Tuesday the 20th. I will be in Nashville at the AFERY. So, yeah, May 20th, there will not be a live stream. Give them a heads up. Next Tuesday should be a fun live stream. I already know. I will find out with that. And we'll see. Before I go real quick, just how was the audio tonight? After we got everything straightened out, a few of you guys tell me, was it better this week? Nothing hooked up, or still a little crackly? Give me an answer real quick. The Bob says horrible. This is P saying it's bad, poor, still not great, pretty bad, still breaking up so much. Okay, I'll try it next week on the phone, and we'll see if we get it on that way. Other than that, guys, I'm sorry about this.